Hello everyone, listen, welcome to episode number 122. So listen, as we approach Mother's Day, it sort of brings back reflections. I suppose those lucky enough to have their mothers, which is great, and those that have lost them over the years, including myself, you sort of get flashbacks. One of the lovely flashbacks I always have in relation to my own mum is, well, she wasn't, let's say, the most affectionate. God, she was a great cook. She could make a slice of toast really sort of absolutely brilliant. She could make a slice of toast taste great. So, and the reason I say that is her speciality in meat was always belly of pork, and a close second was corned beef. It was always silver side, and she'd cook it for about 5 or 6 hours and do it with the trimmings, with the cabbage and the potatoes and the white sauce. It was absolutely beautiful. So listen, I'm setting the bar fairly high today, and I'm going to try and recreate silver side of what do you call it? Corned beef, with all the trimmings. So listen, we'll get back into the kitchen. We'll just have a look at the ingredients. I suppose the difference what I'm going to do today is, as I said, she would cook it for maybe 5 or 6 hours on a simmer, bring it to the boil and simmer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the slow cooker, and my intention is to cook it for 8 to 10 hours, and then we'll see how the process goes. So listen, looking forward to this one. I'm probably doomed to sort of have a stick to beat myself on this one. Maybe doomed to fail to reach the standard that she had with it, but listen, I'm gonna give it a go. So listen, see you in the kitchen. Bye. Hey folks, listen, welcome back into the kitchen. So let's just have a look at the ingredients here for today. Okay, so just swing this one over. So here is my silver side corned beef, just under 20 euro. I reckon it would be, just 5 generous portions of that, so it's about €4 a head. We have some sweetened cabbage, there's Irish butter, Irish carrots, whites of gold wonders, some carbonated spice. I can never pronounce this, it's another word for bread soda. Salt, pepper, milk. Okay, so listen, I guess normally my mother, God rest her, she would bring the corned beef to a boil and she would let it simmer for about 6 hours. So I'm not going to do that. I said to boil the kettle of water, I put on my slow cooker, it's early in the morning, and I'm going to put it on probably for most of the day. So listen, back to you in a while. Folks, listen, welcome back. So listen, I've just been doing a bit of prepping in the sense of getting everything ready. I suppose first things first, we'll return this around. Yeah, nice glass of red wine. Looks absolutely beautiful with room temperature. So there's my selection. So one great tip here my mother always gave me was with cabbage is divide the dark leaves from the lighter coloured leaves and give the dark leaves a 5-minute start when cooking because they take a little bit longer. If you cook it all together, part of the cabbage is overcooked, part is undercooked. So that's my carrots, my golden wonders, my chopped parsley, and let's just swing over here for a minute. Oh my goodness. So here's my corned beef. Oh, there's the steam coming up. So that's actually cooking 7 hours at this stage, just barely taking over. And I've already tasted it, not tasted it, checked it, it's really, really tender. So listen, that's it. So listen, back to you later on. Just back at you again. I forgot to mention plain flour, got to make up the roux for the white sauce. And of course, fresh parsley is going to make the parsley white sauce. So listen, that's it, back to you later. Okay folks, listen, welcome back. Listen, I've transferred 90% of the juices from the slow cooker into a saucepan. So that's on the stove at the moment. I put in a number of small gold wonder potatoes, and I'm actually going to place these here. Oh my goodness, I'm going to steam them for about 7 minutes. These are the ones that's going to become my roast potatoes. So listen, next stage done, back to you in a while. Okay folks, listen, welcome back. So I'm just making the parsley sauce. I put in about 2 tablespoons of real butter into a saucepan on low heat. And in fairness, when that melts, I'm going to add in a couple of tablespoons of plain flour and create a roux. So back to you in a second. Okay folks, listen, welcome back. I've created a roux. So I've added enough flour to create that sort of consistency within the pot. Now in fairness to the liquid that I'm going to add to this, I have it here. So I have a quarter cup of the liquid from the slow cooker, quarter cup of milk, salt and pepper. So I'm going to just throw this in, and using a whisk, I'm going to whisk this very gently for the next 3 or 4 minutes. So listen, back to you in a second. Okay folks, listen, welcome back. My gold wonders are partially cooked. I give them about 10 or 11 minutes in fairness, so they're ready to go into the air fryer in some deep red oil for roasting. And I have the consistency of the white sauce. It's actually really, really good. It's a very, very low heat in fairness. So I'm going to throw in about 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. And I'm going to take that through. So that's my parsley sauce, looking really good. And back to you, Warren. So listen, welcome back. So I'm going to the potatoes, for the purpose of mashed potatoes, are 10 minutes away from being cooked. I'm going to get the bread soda now, and I'm going to just pop in 1 teaspoon into the water. Now this is the water to cook in fairness, cook the meat. And in fairness, as I said before, I'm going to just pop in the greener leaves. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to give that a 5-minute head start on the rest. I'll put the potatoes back on top. And I'm going to set my timer. Oh, look at that white sauce. Wow. Absolutely perfect consistency. So listen, it's just barely ticking over. There's my alarm to say it is virtually ready. So I'm just going to remove that off the stove for a second. And back to you in a while. Listen, welcome back. For the purpose of cream potato, I've actually put in about 2 tablespoons of real butter and some cream. I didn't have any pouring cream, so I just had some whipped cream, so I put in about a tablespoon of that. So the parsley sauce is taken over. Just bear with me for a second. Just over here, the air fryer is doing the roasting potatoes, which looks really good. It's nice and crispy. And in fairness, my mother always swore you should never serve food on a cold plate. So I put a plate on top of the slow cooker. That's hot and hot. So listen, back to you on. Listen, the potatoes gone into the sauce with the cream and butter. The cabbage is just cooked. White parsley sauce, I've just added the carrots to it, and the roasty potatoes are looking really good. So listen, we're nearly ready to serve up. Back in a while. So listen, there's the full roast, in fairness, not roast. So it's looking really good. It's absolutely incredibly tender. And the parsley, the hot plate, cabbage is underneath here. Oh look, or this is mashed potato. Apologies. And over here we have the, oh look at that for sauce. Let's swing across to the other side of the kitchen. And here's the cabbage, which is finely chopped. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's just plate up and see what happens. Hey folks, listen, welcome back. We are plated up. We do a sprinkle of parsley there. Put it there. And everything is ready to go. So that's it. Finished product. Looks really, really good. So listen, the proof will be in the tasting. Back to you later. Now listen, welcome back everyone. And listen, I've just concluded. I've stepped out front to enjoy a nice glass of red wine, looking over the harbour. It's absolutely, the weather's lovely here. It's supposed to be dreadful tomorrow, but today is absolutely gorgeous. So listen, I suppose in fairness, the title of this one was, Is the Bar Too High? I had my reservations, I had my doubts. I questioned myself in relation to whether it was or wasn't. But listen, you seen what I've done. You followed me from step 1 to the final step. And listen, let's get into the markings on this one. Okay, back in here in a second. Oh my god. Okay, so listen. So here it is. Episode 122. Is the bar too high? Corned beef plus all the trimmings. I have to say the visual on this one was absolutely, where we are, visual was absolutely incredible. Great. Overall taste, listen. There's an old saying that self-praise is no praise, but I don't take praise upon myself. I take praise upon my mother, who taught me to create such amazing food. So listen, credit to you, Ma, up in heaven. So listen, the overall taste was absolutely 5. Actually, it was 5 plus, I have to say. Really, really good. That corned beef was so tender. I ended up cooking it for 8 hours. I think eight and a quarter hours. And it was just fall apart gorgeous. And all the sort of accessories, the cabbage, the white sauce, the roast potatoes, it just all worked. The service, listen, where are we? The kitchen to the thing was, 5 seconds flat, piping hot, lovely hot plate, really good. Value for money. Listen, I reckon when you look at that piece of meat and you break it down into proportion, that piece of meat plus the accessories would have cost no more than a £5 a head. So wow, talk about feeding a family for a £5 a head. So listen, that's 5. Would I cook again? Absolutely, yeah. I sort of surprised myself in the sense that I'll tell you, it's funny. The house I'm in is, listen, the walls could talk. My grandparents lived there, my parents lived there, I lived there, and in fairness, in time, my son Oisin will live there. And the last time corned beef was cooked in that house was probably over 25 years ago by my ma. So listen, 25 years past, fast forward, cooked today, absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Really chuffed the way it turned out. Total score, so listen, we're talking about a 25 plus, you know. So I suppose if I look at this overall silver side of corned beef, did it get a gold medal, a bronze medal, a silver medal? It got a gold medal. It was absolutely gorgeous. And listen, thanks to my local butcher, Dempsey's, that was a lovely piece of meat. So, Shinna well, till next we meet. God bless, bye.